What's up? I'm Hugz. That's Sam. Welcome. Two Hugz and Sam. Today we're getting into Hunter episode 95. Last we left off,
Killua ram it.
Killua kind of went a little crazy. He had we've noticed this for a while, okay, where he had these kind of images of Illumi warning him, and he had kind of the spidey sense type of thing where he would be standoffish from people sometimes or whatever, and we saw that go into effect. But his love, his deep friendship, and just want to save Gon overpowered everything. All of the instincts or whatever that he had embedded in him. He ends up pulling this pin or whatever out of his head.
Like he does with his claw when he reaches in and grabs your heart. He reached up in his skull and was like,
hopefully not yours, but
grabbed out something.
Yeah, it was a little pin or a little hook or something. I don't know what it was. But then he removed Ramit's head from his body. He assisted him with a head removal surgery. Very quick, very easy.
Yeah.
And then we had the whole weird thing where they met up with Palm again, and Palm was acting all crazy. And then we left off with Cheeto, or Cheeto, whatever. Mm-hmm. I like saying Cheeto. Facing off against Knuckle and Morel.
Yes.
And I think that's where we left off on the whole episode.
Yes.
So crazy stuff going down. That scene. Ramit had kind of been built up over a few episodes to be a real problem, to be really, really strong. And he was the first one to really awaken the Nen and other people, and to see how strong someone could be. Before we really saw the king or the royal guard, stuff like that. Ramit was the one where oh man, we gotta watch out for him.
Yeah, he could be really dangerous.
And he was talking about wanting to eat them and stuff like that.
Yeah, and then Killua just killed him with ease.
He did.
So it's kind of wow,
destroyed.
Yeah. So
I don't know. But let's go ahead and jump into it. Let's see what's going on. Hey guys, a lot of these anime reactions will be getting blocked, so make sure to go down to the description for a reaction link, or you can watch the full version over on Patreon. Okay, holy crap.
Oh my gosh.
Holy crap. Holy crap-a-roni and cheese. Holy freaking... Okay. Whoa.
I've missed seeing Gon
I need to contain
use his Nen.
All the emotion that I had from this, because it's as soon as he's attack me, the people that did that to Kai, whoever's responsible for Kai, I was dude, you're asking for the wrong thing. You are about to die.
Yeah.
Because he's you want me to attack you for real? You really want this? He's yes. If you don't, you're off the team. Gon's the type that's just gonna do it.
But once he started, powering it up, he was oh shit, and he's got sweat,
Well, yeah, because he freaking shattered the ground and palm trees flying all over Hurricane Gon about to come and crash.
Yeah, and then Killua just.
But that's good that he can do that. It's good that he has that person that can ground him.
Yeah.
It was so sad. All right, go ahead. You were gonna say something?
No, go ahead. I was just going to completely go somewhere else. So just
I'm going somewhere else.
Oh, okay. Well, I was going to talk about Cheeto and that whole how, I forgot that Knuckle had that little guy. I don't know how I forgot that.
Oh, yeah, the APR, because it was really boring. The power is cool, but the episode that explained all of it was really
right. That was the episode
that
triggered me. Which in this episode we actually kind of did get resolved for that episode.
Yeah.
Because
it's really helpful.
Both sides, Shoot and Knuckles. So whenever he punched him or whatever, we saw the little guy. I was oh yeah, all he needed was one hit. So that was awesome. And then we found out the cage and what that was about.
Yeah.
So
for Shoot. Because we had wondered how he took his eye.
Yeah, and what happened to it, how to get it back, and all that stuff.
You can just release it.
Yeah.
Although I will say, when he let Kite out of there, excuse you, when he let Kite out of there, I was like imagining him opening it and just like Killow's like eye falling out. Just like his like eyeball like rolling out.
Well, he's had his eye back.
But
you mean like whenever he actually was giving his eye back? Because like it could have been like whenever.
You might want to grab one of them. I was just imagining him opening up the cage though, and like Killow's eyeball just rolling out, and him being like, throwing it back in. Still don't know why the like weird mysterious hand.
Oh yeah,
you know.
The one. Well, I figure like you mean the one holding the cage?
Well, it was just like separate from the cage, wasn't it? Like it does hold the
that
cage.
That might be like the hand
separate.
That grabs it and puts it in there.
I don't know, maybe. Okay, so where I was gonna go with this, when Kite got removed from the cage, right? And Gon like didn't even look sad. Gon looked like kind of broken at first. And I'm thinking like Kite is the closest that he's had to his father.
Yeah.
Like he almost directly represents his dad.
Right, because whenever he went to that spot, he 100% believed that he was going to find his dad, and it was Kite.
He got the hunter license. He's been taught so much. He's like had these stories like this training, you know, and Kite's relationship to Jing was also very unique, and like that he was the chosen essentially, and that they also had this bond from before when he got hit.
A little kid.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So when he sees Kite that way, it's almost like an indirect version of seeing like something like that being done to his father. It's a father-like figure. I see it as. So it was kind of crushing to see how he was handling that, and when he was just allowing himself to be beat up, I'm like, is he just doing this because he feels like he deserves it for not being able, you know, to stop it, to have been there to help him? And then once I realized he was like essentially figuring out the algorithm of like how he works, and that he does work exactly like a robot and like dodging it and whatever. And then he hugs him.
Yeah.
I'm like,
well, did he dodge one of them? Because he dodged one and then hugged.
Yeah.
I think that's what threw Kite off a little bit, was that dodge and then the hug. You know,
well, it's like whatever it pauses him or whatever. And they said if you touch him again, then he'll start fighting again.
Yeah.
So there was that. And then when they explained, like, because originally when we had seen how Kite went down, it looked like he was just decapitated.
Yeah.
You know, we had a lot of confusion
and we saw
with
his arm missing. So I think, you know, Neferpitou may have just put him back together somehow.
Well, yeah, exactly. And now, same thing with they killed...
could have been decapitated.
Well, the same thing with they killed the dictator guy.
Right.
That's put back together and marionetted now. So they have that. Okay. But what I low-key thought was going to happen was Gon was going to go in on freaking Morel and... who was the other one that found? Was it Morel and Knuckle? And Shoot? Who all was together when they found Kite?
It was Shoot.
I know
was
Shoot
there
was
because
there.
It was his cage. Knuckle was there. They were all there.
I don't remember who all was there with the Kite situation. Was like Natero there?
No.
I don't know, but anyway,
I don't think so.
He's got all these scars and all this stuff, and he like looks really wrecked up. And when they're like, you know, how did you get him? And we had to injure him badly. The way Gon like looks so upset, I was like, is he gonna be like low key? I was like, is he gonna attack them and be like, how dare you do this to him? Like,
yeah. Well, I mean, I think Gon understands that they had to do that in order to
it was just
catch him.
the state of mind he was in when that situation was going on. Like, I thought he was like, because even for not having Nen, he's still badass.
So how will they save him? You know what I mean?
I don't know.
Do they have to cut the strings? But is like his life now dependent on that thing?
I don't know.
Like, did he have to like sacrifice having that in order to be able to be alive? Like, he's got to be controlled.
I don't know. That's a good question, because my question is there anything of the original Kite that's even in there? Because
there is, for sure.
When he hugged him and he said, like, you know, I'm gonna fix this or whatever he said, You know, he like had the twitching and still like he's got an internal struggle.
Like anger though turned to like a relax.
It's like he's got that internal struggle. But I don't know if that was just like because he got turned off or like paused or whatever. Or...
But it's like, how could that thing survive? You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. That's what I'm saying. Unless they can like completely regenerate him, like is he always gonna be like this like monster that's like messed up even if they fix him? You know, he's not controlled by the marionette, but he's still like,
I don't know,
all messed up. He got one eye is like, you know, all open and looking around crazy, and the other one's like messed up. You know.
I also love
is that how he's gonna be stuck?
Little things like Plum like creeping around.
Yeah, there was like 2 or 3 times. She's like,
and then the little hearts.
Little heart, yeah. On the train, it looked super creepy because she was just in the background like.
Yeah, I don't understand why she's like so creepy looking all the time, but then that one day she was really pretty for the date. Why don't she always do something with herself? I guess that's like me. Most of the times I walk around looking all gross.
Drastically different between Palm looking good and Palm looking gross, and you having a little bit of a greasy hair situation and then not having greasy hair situation.
Sweatpants and a bun on the top of my head.
There's a little bit of difference. Also, the knives, the lack of knives.
Yeah, I mean, I could walk around with knives.
I mean, you could, but I appreciate that you don't. But anyway, and then the Chi-Chu thing got APR on him.
Everyone would appreciate if Palm would just get it together and not carry knives.
But also we've learned now that if you're far enough away, the APR stops. Is that how I can outrun our bills? Can we just like go to France and they just don't charge us interest on our credit cards?
I don't know.
Because apparently if Chi-Chu gets far enough away, the APR stops going. So is that how it works? If you know credit, if you know credit and financing, if I just go far enough away, are they just like, all right, no more, you don't have minimum payments anymore? Because that'd be legit.
I'd be packing my bags.
Netero and what I always forget the name of the king because it's hard to say. It's like Miriam or something.
Oh, yeah, Miriam.
I don't want to say
Miriam.
Is it Miriam? It's like Miriam, something like that.
Miriam.
That's why I always say the king, because that's the one that's the hardest to say. Because we got Yuppie, Neferpitu, and then Shia Poof. That's like Shia LaBeouf. And but the king is the one that I always have issues saying. So Miriam. One of those two.
Miriam.
People helped a lot with Killua. Like in the beginning, if you watch our early reactions, where I still want to call him Kahlua all the time. It's because I like the way that sounds and I like Kahlua.
Yeah.
But I had a lot of problems with Killua in the early reacts. But people really helped. Oh, you're so freaking adorable. She just yawned and that was super cute.
She's like,
but anyway, people really helped with like little pronunciation guides in the comments down below.
Yes.
So
we even had one time somebody made a video, put it on like private or whatever, unlisted, and sent us a link, and it was just them explaining how to say it. So.
Shout out. Alright, but let us know what you thought in the comment section down below. Like it if you did, sub if you don't already. Shout out to our patrons watching the full and early reactions up on Patreon. Thank you so much for your support. You really know how much it means. It means the world. We'll be back more videos soon. We love you guys.
Bye.